Jen A, number one again. Can you hear me, Jen? Make sure you guys can hear me. Can you guys hear me? It's on. It's all the way up. All right, let me see if you guys can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Yep. Okay, good. Okay, awesome. I have no idea what happened. I don't know why it did that. That's so weird. That is so bizarre. Okay, well, sorry about that. See, we didn't. So I interrupted a different way today. How weird is that? Had a nice stream going too. So what are you gonna do? There's nothing you can do about that. Okay, good. Everything is good as far as sound now. Awesome. They're sandbagging you again and changing their tactics. You know what? Who knows? I don't know why it did that. It makes no sense. But what are you going to do? I mean, nothing changed on my end. I didn't adjust anything or change anything, so I don't know why it did that. No idea. But anyway, so we're back. So that was so bizarre. I'm going to tell you, I realized too, they realistically, YouTube and everything else, they don't like truth channels. I'm not going to BS you guys. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not trying to do fear tactics. I had somebody made a comment, and the guy said to me, he said, I used to think you were full of crap. He says, but everything that you have said since the beginning of the year has happened, just like I said it was going to happen. And he said, you made me a believer. He goes, and I prepped because you said to. And I was really happy to hear that. I am not telling you guys the different things that I've told you because I'm trying to scare anybody into doing anything. As far as like with the legacy freeze-dried foods or now the J Daga stuff, for the hemp products and the CBD products, they sell themselves realistically. If you choose to purchase it, you choose to purchase it. I'm happy if you do, obviously, because my biggest thing is I want people to help themselves. And so I think that that's important. So I'm not I'm not trying to be on here preaching fear and trying to scare people in anything. I try to be honest. I try to be upfront with people and, share my thoughts, pay attention to, sharing what I see, sharing our life with what we're doing here at the homestead and, showing people that anybody can do this. And I think that's important too. I think anybody can do this if they put their mind to it. It's a lot of hard work and it takes time. And, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. But, this is the year they will release the Kraken. Well, I'm going to tell you what, and again, when I said what I said earlier this year, like I talked about when they opened things up, I thought they were doing it prematurely. I said the numbers would spike. They absolutely have, which did not surprise me in the least bit, okay? And again, if you remember when I made that prediction, if you will, I said, I hope I'm wrong. And I would also have said over and over again, if I end up being wrong on something that I say, I will be the first one to come on here and say that I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But I think, in my opinion, we are headed for a very, very disastrous fall and winter. I think it's going to be very, very difficult. I think we're going to have food shortages. I think we're going to have, round 2 of the virus come in, and I think it's going to be more deadly, and that's my opinion. Okay, once again, I hope I'm wrong. I don't want to be right on this. I'll be honest with you. I don't want to be right. But I don't see it happening any other way. And not just here in the United States. I'm talking around the world it's going to happen. And again, I want you to think about something. Where did this virus originate? It originated in China. And what did China do? They locked things down. I mean, they blocked cities. Millions of people in cities, and they blocked cities off, not letting anybody leave. What happened here in the United States? I want you to think about this. Started in Seattle's where it really got its foot in the door here in the United States, and then it hit New York. And New York, and when I say New York, I'm talking downstate New York. It hit downstate New York hard. What happened? If I want, let's talk about this a second. Anybody that had any kind of money downstate in New York, they got the heck out of Dodge. So they went all to their summer places, or they went wherever they went. So what happens when you do that? Things just spread. That's how it works. Okay. I think China lied about their numbers. I think things were much, much worse than they were saying that they were. I think to say that only 80,000 people in China got the virus, I think is ludicrous, and I think it's a lie. We've had 100 better people in the United States, according to the numbers, die here. I think it's 152,000 now. I think too. Okay. China is a lot bigger, but you've got a totalitarian type of government that would just lock things down, and that's what they did. You can't do that in the United States because by nature, Americans, we don't want to listen. We want to do what we want to do. Now, I with saying, again, that I'm more anti-mask, I have self-isolated a lot. I've stayed away from people. I only go out when I have to. I'm not going out because, hey, let's go have a good time and party. I'm not doing that, okay? If we have to go to the store, we go to the store, but we go in, we get what we got to get, and we get out of there. All right. And that's, like when I was getting building supplies, I would go in, get my building supplies, and get right back out of Dodge. That's just the way I did it. Because I didn't want to deal with it. So that's, that said China virus, and the screen immediately started to glitch. Go figure. Oh, that's funny. It's realistic. Again, they don't want people to put out there what's really going on. They don't. They want to keep it all under tabs, all under control. But again, I think that we need to pay attention to everything that's going on and just try to be as ready as we possibly can be. Again, my biggest thing, if you guys take nothing else from whatever I say, if you help yourselves so that you're not victims, then I have done what I needed to do. If I can wake people up and realize that we're in dire straits, and I believe that we're in dire straits. And here's the thing, it's like, and I've said this before, yes, I sell legacy freeze-dried foods. But if you like Mountain House, or you like Augustin Farm, or My Patriot Supply better, I don't care what you buy, as long as you are doing something to help yourselves. Making sure also you're getting the canned goods, make sure you're getting those dried beans, making sure if you can get the wheat berries, that's the way to do it because they store a lot longer and they last a lot longer. If you get regular flour it's already been processed, is going to have a shelf life. If you get the white or red flour in a wheat berry, you would have to process that yourself after an event. But again, you're looking at a storage of about 30 years unprocessed. So that's why I picked up what I did. I mean, like anybody that's followed knows, I picked up 150 pounds of the red wheat berries, and I picked up 150 pounds of the red wheat berries. So I got 300 pounds of that sitting, stashed away, packed away, and just waiting. And that's what I do. Again, I know yes, and the world praised China for what they did to their citizens. So, and the funny thing with that, Julie, we're never going to ever know what the true numbers were out of China. I think their death toll far surpassed ours, because it was over there for quite a while longer. And again, none of these countries are being honest about their numbers. You think Iran is going to give you the real numbers of the people that died? You think, China, obviously, hasn't given us the real numbers. I don't think even the United States has given the real numbers. Is the virus being used as a political tool here? Absolutely it is, okay? You never let a good crisis go by without trying to use it, okay? That's just the reality of it. The whole thing with the protest and all those type of things, same type of situation. You never let a good crisis go to waste. So, you have certain governorships and mayors and stuff like that are going to let things go on. They're going to tie their own police force's hands and not let them do their jobs. I'm going to tell you what, and this is just realistic. You wouldn't need to have the federal agents coming into these different cities if they started locking up the people that are doing the bad things. They have cameras everywhere. They can recognize people. They can find out who you are. Okay, and so if you're an outside agitator and you come in, they can find you. So they need to start arresting those people and putting those people in jail, period. Okay, that's what they need to do. Not the people that are peacefully protesting. You want to peacefully protest, like I said, knock yourself out. Again, I don't agree with protest. I don't like them. Even if it's something I agree with, I don't like protest because too many bad things can happen if you're there, and that's why I don't like it. Things could turn in a minute, and you're caught up in chaos, or you're in this huge crowd. And right now, I'm going to tell you what. You don't hear about it in the news, and you won't hear about it in the news. But I wonder how many people have gotten sick and have gotten infected and then took that stuff home to their other family members because they had to go out and protest. Okay. There's this virus going around that is very, very deadly, but idiot protesters can go out there by the thousands and gather together and protest, and that's just fine. It's not. If